Hey, welcome to Fusion Arc. In the early 20th century, a ship was born that would become the most famous vessel in history. It was the pinnacle of luxury, the embodiment of human engineering and ambition. This is the story of the Titanic, a story of hope, tragedy, and lessons learned the hard way. Scene 1, the dream of Unsinkable. It all started with a dream to build the largest, most luxurious ship the world had ever seen. The Titanic was the crown jewel of the White Star Line, an engineering marvel designed to showcase the best that humanity could offer. On April 10, 1912, the Titanic set sail on its maiden voyage from Southampton, England, bound for New York City. The ship was a floating palace, boasting grand staircases, opulent dining rooms, and the finest amenities available at the time. Passengers ranged from the wealthiest of society to immigrants seeking a new life in America. For everyone on board, the Titanic represented hope, adventure, and a future full of promise. Scene 2, the journey begins. The journey across the Atlantic started smoothly. The Titanic glided through the water, with passengers enjoying the luxurious surroundings and the thrill of being on such a magnificent vessel. But beneath the surface, fate was quietly plotting its course. The ship's crew received warnings of icebergs ahead, but the Titanic's reputation as an unsinkable ship instilled a sense of security that would soon prove dangerous. Scene 3, the collision. It was a calm, clear night on April 14, 1912, when everything changed. At 11:40 p.m., the lookout spotted an iceberg directly in the ship's path. Despite efforts to steer clear, the Titanic struck the iceberg on its starboard side. The collision was deceptively gentle, causing only a slight shudder that many passengers didn't even notice. But beneath the waterline, the iceberg had torn open the hull, dooming the ship to a fate no one could have imagined. As water flooded the lower compartments, the crew quickly realized the gravity of the situation. The unsinkable ship was sinking, and fast. The Titanic's designers had planned for almost every scenario, except this one. Scene 4, the tragic aftermath. As panic set in, the crew began to launch lifeboats. But there was a devastating flaw in the Titanic's design. There were not enough lifeboats for everyone on board. Women and children were given priority, but in the chaos, many lifeboats were launched only partially full. The frigid waters of the North Atlantic became the final resting place for more than 1,500 souls as the Titanic slipped beneath the waves in the early hours of April 15, 1912. The world was stunned by the news. How could such a disaster happen to a ship that was supposed to be unsinkable? The sinking of the Titanic became a symbol of human hubris and the tragic consequences of overconfidence. Scene 5, lessons learned. In the aftermath, investigations were launched, and new maritime regulations were established. The disaster led to changes in ship safety standards, including the requirement for enough lifeboats for all passengers, better training for crew members, and the creation of the International Ice Patrol to monitor the North Atlantic for icebergs. Today, the Titanic rests on the ocean floor, a haunting reminder of the dangers of overconfidence and the limits of human engineering. But it's also a story of heroism, of those who fought to save lives in the face of unimaginable tragedy. Closing scene, the Titanic's legacy lives on, not just as a story of disaster, but as a lesson in humility. It reminds us that no matter how advanced our technology, we are always at the mercy of the natural world. And while the Titanic may be gone, its story continues to captivate and teach us. Over a century later, if you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe to Fusion Arc for more fascinating stories. Thanks for watching.